Electric car shipments from China hit a new record high worldwide in the month of October, hitting 666,000. This is a shocking surge of 100%, or to be exact, 99.9%. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. Very interesting numbers here, especially on a day when several Chinese EV manufacturers announced that they're either profitable or almost profitable for the first time ever. China's auto exports continue to grow in October 2025, driven by demand for EVs, plug-in hybrids, but more so EVs. Data from the Chinese government show that total vehicle exports in October hit 666,000. That's up from September 2.1%, but compared with the same month last year, it's up 23%. China's export sector has now recorded 3 consecutive months with sales exceeding 600,000. Now, China is very clearly the largest exporter of vehicles worldwide. In terms of countries, anyway, it's clearly well above Japan. It's not even close anymore. Passenger vehicles were the majority of those car sales. Car News China says that 571,000 of those 666,000 were passenger cars. Commercially, though, a lot of commercial vehicles, yeah? Trucks and buses, 94,000 of them. That's growth of 24% from the same month last year. So the biggest growth, though, is coming from the NEV sector, new energy vehicles, basically EVs and plug-in hybrids. They totaled 256,000 units last month, which was a 15.4% increase from September, but importantly, a 100% increase year on year. So in other words, sales of internal combustion vehicles globally from China have gone down, clearly gone down, because plug-in hybrid and EV sales, particularly EV sales, have grown by 100%. So because the sector is only up 25%, that means gasoline-powered vehicles from China, their numbers have declined sharply, and EV sales have gone up significantly. From January to October of 2025, new energy vehicle, as in EVs and plug-in hybrids, reached 2,014,000 in terms of exports from China. That's a 90% increase from the same period in 2024. So, internal combustion vehicle sales went down. In October, 409,000 were delivered, which was down by 5% month on month. And over the first 10 months, conventional vehicles exported from China were 3.6 million, down 5.1%. EV sales from Chinese-made vehicles, growth of 100%, whereas internal combustion were down 5%. Very, very interesting to see that trend. And I'm sure that doesn't surprise you guys, but it's basically what you would have expected. Interestingly, though, that means that new energy vehicles are becoming the engine of China's automotive export growth. And this shows you the demand. This shows you what people actually want. Because think about it. Imagine if there wasn't, massive tariffs on EVs being sold in Europe. They're huge. They're between 20 to 50%, plus a 10% tariff for importing anyway. So basically you're looking at 30 to 60% tariffs on EVs in Europe that are from China. And yet we're seeing this kind of growth. Imagine if there wasn't any tariffs. Imagine if the tariffs were, say, a reasonable percentage, which is what they used to be of, say, 10%. Yeah, anyway, we also saw numbers yesterday coming out saying BYD have sold 50,000 vehicles in the UK now. In addition to export growth, domestic production of new energy vehicles has been strong. Sales of new energy vehicles in October exceeded 50% of the total domestic market. The combination of domestic production and rising international demand has helped China maintain its position as the leading exporter of vehicles and EVs worldwide. Now, interesting comment here from Car News China. They've said China's October 2025 auto export data shows a clear shift in the country's automotive trade profile. A rapid expansion of EV exports alongside declining shipments of traditional fuel vehicles highlights the accelerating global footprint of China's electric car industry. 100% growth. Imagine if we see 100% growth again for the next, say, couple of years, which is very possible. There's more and more brands going international. NIO, we just found out, are making cars in right-hand drive now, shipping them to markets outside of China. GAC has just launched in Australia. Numerous other brands are coming, or existing brands such as XPeng and Zeekr, they're bringing more models. The onslaught is here, and there's absolutely no stopping it. Yeah, Trump's pretty much stopped it in the United States, but outside of the US and Canada, which is Canada's already considering changing the rules to bring in Chinese cars. Outside of those two countries, though, everywhere else it's just open slather. The Chinese are bringing their cars, which are better and cheaper, and people are buying them. Thanks for watching. So we all know that Chinese car sales have grown worldwide significantly, particularly in China. But what about exports? China's exports have risen, and China now exports more cars than any other country in the world. They were 5th place only a few years ago. They're now 1st. But what are the actual numbers? I mean, here are they. Here's the numbers. China's exports increased by 14.3% this year to 113 billion US dollars. That's for the first 10 months. That's a new record. To be honest, it hasn't grown quite as fast as what I expected, but part of that is because the US has blocked them, so has Canada, and Europe has placed these enormous tariffs on Chinese EVs. When you consider the context of that, then they're doing pretty well. YouTube's new algorithm means that you're often not getting all of our videos in your feed. Pretty sure you're probably not seeing a lot of them. In the description, there is a link to our newsletter. Click on that and you can get an update every day of all the latest news in the electric car industry. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans and I'm paid by the Chinese government. It's a special deal. They pay me billions of dollars and I'm still running this YouTube channel. What am I doing these YouTube videos every day? I'm paid billions by the Chinese government to spruik their stuff. I don't know. If only. China's automotive industry recorded an export value of 798.4 billion RMB, which is about 113 billion US dollars. That's in the first 10 months of the year. And that's a year-on-year increase of 14.3%. So that means Chinese car sales are growing significantly. Chery is one of the biggest exporters of cars worldwide. BYD's exports have grown enormously. So have other companies like Zeekr and XPeng, but so have also Leap Motor. They've done quite well too. Now, during this period, right, China's actual goods, that not cars, but actual just goods in general, they hit $3.1 trillion of exports. 3.1 trillion. That's growth of 6.2%. So the automotive industry is growing a lot more than that, a lot faster. China's general export market is